Hello and welcome back to another Now You Know with Yorktown Joe. Today I'm taking a look at some retro things that are relevant today because they're happening, or remakes of them are happening, or comics of them are happening. We're going to talk a little bit about M.A.S.K today. I am not well versed in M.A.S.K. I had a couple. This is the entirety. You're seeing the entirety of all of my M.A.S.K stuff that I have possessed over the time. But we got the new issue number 1 came out, and also got a blind bag here, and we'll see what I got. I would love to have done that live to get my actual surprise when I opened up the blind bag, but I did that at the comic shop with my friend. Alright, so the things that I do remember from M.A.S.K, this here, this was Dusty Hayes with the gator. I think that turns into a gun, but it's also kind of some type of a roll bar there, and it keeps it out of the way. I also, I don't know if you'd notice, this was some customizing I did. It kind of creeped me out as a child that there was no eyes, so I tried to give him some eyes. I ended up giving him a little eye black, so he kind of looked like a baseball player there. Hopefully that doesn't ruin his resale value. It's been in my possession for all the days, and probably will after then too. So Dusty looks great. Dusty Hayes, not to be confused with Dusty Rhodes. That'd be a wrestler. I do believe over time the spring probably is the spring's no longer functional on that. That's ancient times. But his mask also looks as part of the boat there. So you can see the stickers have held up over the decades of time. And then there's a little flip feature here where you hit this and the depth charge goes out, and if there's somebody chasing, that can make smoke so we can get away, or can make an explosion so they meet an untimely demise. But you know, it's probably for a children's program that would be a little bit disturbing. Anyway, he looks great, and you can get his his mask went flying off there. Mask's still intact, and he does slide in here. This had a spring mechanism, so it used to be when you'd slide the levers on the side, this would pop open. Oh, maybe I just didn't have it in right. Feels like the spring might still be intact. We'll see here. All these pieces flying off of it. We're gonna try this. See if this comes on camera. Maybe I just didn't do it correctly. I think he's going to get decapitated because I think the spring timing along with the release. Oh no, yeah, that would have launched him right on. See, that's probably why he wears the mask, so he doesn't get completely denogonized when the spring shoots it out. But the spring would shoot him out, and if he was right near a body of water like a nice lake, he'd be on his way, tootling away from the evil forces of venom. Let's see. Got the roll bar. Could also fold up there and become some type of a cannon or laser, probably laser back in the day. But yeah, maybe the spring is. I thought the spring was completely sprung, but he looks like this might be functional. He rolls well. All right, now the most popular one, of course, is Matt Tracker and the Thunderhawk. Now the wings, I could put a little poster putty or something there to hold that up, but right now the wings are in position to do that. Now with this one, it activates with this button, and as you can see, all that happens now is the back pops up. So I think the springs might need to get tightened up, or a little work on that to get them done. But that would be the effect. Be taking it out. He's in there, got his safety harness on, and I think I'll keep his helmet on there. Let's see how he looks. Yeah, he's got his mask. This is all vintage, of course. Now, I probably also painted some eyes on this one and made him look even more frightening. So beware, spoiler alert, just beware. If you got small children nearby, maybe take them all out of the room. He looks awfully like something has happened to him. He's seen something that he didn't really want to see, and he is shocked and surprised. Might need to clean that up so that that doesn't happen, but I think we all know most of the time he just had the mask on the character that also kept him safe when he was flying through the air, and all of that was going on. But he looks great on display, this just next to his Thunderhawk. Now, let's see. Got some other things. Alex Sector. He also... I must have been really having myself a day with a little marker or paint of some kind, giving them some eyes. Having no pupils did seem to be problematic. Now, I'm not sure what the name of this is, but you can let me know in the comments below. I want to say this might have been a mail-away figure, or mail-away something. You sent some points away from those and some money. I'm not exactly sure. Seems like we mailed away for this. There's a little extension for a laser. Goes up and down. And then this opens up, and check this out. Oh, look at that. He's got a computer system in there. The sticker looks great. I think it's been closed up for decades. First time it's been open in a while. Oh. And then this also can be a laser or some type of a array to mess with Venom. I think he can crawl underneath here to fire the can, so he seems to be a little bit more safe in there. It almost looks like a cool little base there. Whoa! All right, just slid. Tripod slid forward a little bit there, and I almost lost the camera, but we're all good. Now we've got, of course, we were about to talk about Venom, and they wanted to keep their identities. This is, I believe, get the focus, it wants to focus on the shelf behind, Miles and, I want to see, Maximus Mayhem? Something like that, or Max Mayhem? Something like that. I've got a mask for one of them. The other mask is, I saw it about a year ago in a box of random G.I. Joe accessories, and I didn't have this out, and I just left it in the accessories to keep it safe. So I do have it. I believe it has a red, the other mask has a red gemstone laser, something like that. Their vehicle ties in here. It actually, I think there's a button that launches it off. I'm trying to think if this launches. Get them out of the way so they don't get run over. So that shoots off these Venom individual cycles, and the figures can fit inside like so. They're propped up then, and one of them has a safety helmet and the other does not currently. You can see it has a sticker in there that says Venom. And then this does not have a guy in there, that's a drone, but when you press the second button, whoop, gives you some little wings here. The wings pop out, and this can fly. And then I believe if you wanted a third option, this can come off. And just having flashbacks to the 80s, the last time I pulled this out. I don't think I've had this out maybe twice since the 80s. So, and then he can kind of hang glide with that. Coming right at you. So, I'm not sure what the name of this toy is, but I believe I was working retail and they clearance these off, and I saw that. And I was not collecting at the time, but the price was too ridiculously low, so I captured that, and it didn't get a lot of play. The other two got a lot of play. This one was later, and it didn't. So that is also a cool thing. So I got the, as I mentioned, standard cover M.A.S.K. comic came out this week. I got a blind bag. Did I get a 1 in 25,000, 250 million, 327,126 ratio, or a standard edition? This one, this cover is by Mark Spears. It's kind of a painting of Sly Rax. I like it. It looks cool. I know it's a common, but that is cool. Open that with my friend over at the comic store. And for some bonus footage, we'll give you some G.I. Joe that's also happening around this time. All right, so you may, if you're a classified collector, you may have seen Ninja Force Zartan. Well, I did not have this as a child, but a friend sent him to me, and he looks kind of, it's very similar to the classified figure, so just once again, something retro that seems to be relevant today. And the most posable of all Joes, Deep Six. Deep Six was just released for pre-order by the Classified. And this retro one has vintage 2 points of articulation, both shoulders still move. He seems safe. There's not a skull inside of that, so yeah, they're looking good. All right, well, thank you so much for coming along and talking to me or listening to me as I jibber jabber on about all these things, and I hope you enjoyed this time of retro things, especially the M.A.S.K coming together. There's plenty of other reviews about M.A.S.K and the comic book if you want to get deep into that, but I just wanted to talk about some things from yesteryear that are relevant again today. Thanks, and now you know, with Yorktown Joe.